back in 1980, and Wes Matthews was the culprit. He was the catalyst that you were doing.
Can't get the money ball. What can you say? 11 on the board.
Yeah, it seemed like every time he was starting to get into a good rhythm, he just couldn't capitalize on it. He'd quickly fall out of his pace.
So it'll be Isaiah Thomas here.
A hot start is pretty essential, isn't it, Steve? I mean, it seems like we rarely see guys recover from a bad first rack or two.
I think the key is that first money ball, Clark. You know, even if you miss a couple early, if you can make that money ball on the first rack, get a couple points under your belt, now all of a sudden you can settle down and start firing away.
Misses for the fourth straight time.
Yeah, that's 2 racks in a row that he struggled with, guys.
Now with 4. 5 points now. 3 racks down, 2 to go. Bad luck. 1 last rack remains. He's got 8. 9 points. An 11-point round for him there. That's far below what he's capable of doing when he's on his game.
Yeah, you know, in this format, once it goes wrong, sometimes the harder a player tries, the worse it gets. And you only have a few seconds to correct it, and it can get away from you quick.
Yeah, and that's what makes it so difficult, Clark, because as you said, the time constraints start to play on your mind. You know, you hear that clock ticking in your head, and you force it. And when you force it, there's no way you're going to get into a good groove.
And here we go with Kyle Korver.
Kyle Korver, a terrific three-point shooter. Led the league in three-pointers made in 2005 with 226 of them.
You know, he was born in California, raised in Iowa. His mom was a great basketball player.
Excellent factor again for you, Captain.
To stay in, he needs at least 11.
Hey, it's not a slam dunk by any means, but you have to think he can post a better score than that.
3 more points to stay in contention. He'd only get 1 shot to fall off the rack. 2 more points to stick around. He's sitting at just 9 points as the round comes to an end. Could have been a lot better.
Yeah, he really struggled with the money balls. I mean, I'm not laughing at him, but he missed 4 of them. That's going to always make things extra hard for you when you don't cash in the money ball.
So it's J.J. Redick ready to go.
There's no time to waste in this competition. The clock is ticking, and it's ticking fast.
But as a shooter, you don't want to keep peeking at the clock in between shots. I mean, you almost have to keep time in your head, but really most of these players have practiced at home before this competition, so they have a decent idea of what's ahead.
He needs 6 more points. He misses his 4th straight. 6.
5 points more to stay in it.
Money ball, no good. He's up to 7.
4 more points to stay alive.
1 rack left.
He needs 3 more points.
He misses his 4th straight. He gets to the 10-point mark for the round. Well, I didn't expect that score to be as low as it was. What about you guys?
I guess one way to look at it is that he was just in his discomfort zone in that round.
You know, Clark, no need to even put it into words. We could all see how unsettled he was. That did not go well from the start.
And here we go with Freak. Pick up the qualifying round. He knows there's nobody coming after him. He knows the score.
Here we go, one final chance for somebody to punch their ticket to the final.
Well, he's aware of exactly what it's going to take to get there. But he can't get hurried. He can't be doing the math in his head. He's got to just settle in, take his shots, and try to relax as best he can.
Hot right out of the gates.
He's tied for 2nd.
He's in sole possession of 2nd place.
Notches 13.
That's his 3rd straight good rack. He's rolling now.
He's got 16. 17 on the board. Tied for 1st. That shot was him in 1st. And he buries his 5th in a row. Ran out of time there. A fine score.
J'ai marqué 22 points. Énorme. Je suis premier devant Stéphane Curry. Non, énorme.
Quite honestly, I think the final round is wide open. I mean, we've got a bunch of great shooters moving on.
Yeah, we sure do, and I can't pick a favorite here, Clark. I think everybody's in the mix right now.
And so we'll see Wesley Matthews. The shot clock's at 24 seconds. He better be ready to put up some points in a hurry. He could have taken more from that rack, only got 2 points. Now 3 points. And 3-point rack for him right there. So it'll be Isaiah Thomas here. 24 seconds back on the clock. Can he do better?
He doesn't need to do too much here to get past that mark.
1 point. 3 down. Now with 4. He's got 5. Gets the money ball. So it'll be Isaiah Thomas here. He had the lowest score of all the qualifiers, so he goes first. Let's see if he can kick it up a few. And so it'll be Stephen Curry here.
You look at the numbers through the first part of his career. I mean, there's a legitimate case that Steph Curry will go down as maybe the best shooter in the history of the NBA.
And guys, one of the
he posts a big number, 24 points. Wow, that was something else, guys. We don't see too many performances like that.
Yeah, he just needed to get warmed up a little bit in that round. He got his misses out of the way early and then found his rhythm.
And here we go with Freak. We've reached the climax. He's got one last shot to go home with the trophy.
The hardest thing for a shooter might be just maintaining that same level of concentration through all 5 racks.
Yeah, I think it is the hardest thing, Clark, because you're just not used to taking 25 shots in 1 minute. And nobody does that. Even in practice, you don't really do it that way. So it's a very foreign feeling when you're out there. You've got to maintain that focus.
Oh, and with that miss, he's out.
Unlucky here in the final round.
Yeah, just couldn't get any momentum moving forward.
Rough.
Really poor.
Ah,
9 points is what he finishes with. Well, I didn't expect that score to be as low as it was. What about you guys?
Well, you always want to find a rhythm in this competition, and when he missed all 5 balls on the second rack, that rhythm was gone.
And as we close out the Foot Locker 3-point contest, we can safely say that one man shooting tonight was absolutely remarkable. This year's champion, Steph Curry.
Such terrific sharp shooting on display. You never know who's going to take the crown.
And the crowd here loving it too. And tell you what, we've got some pretty good seats here, guys. I feel like I relived it all over again.
And the drama, the excitement, this year's 3-point contest had it all. And it was our pleasure to bring it to you. For myself, Kevin Harlan, and my partners, Clark Kellogg and Steve Kerr. Thank you, everyone, and good night.
On se retrouve la prochaine fois. Merci.